Hey, welcome back to Sports Cards Analysis. I'm JT with another case break simulation. Today we've got 2023 Rookies and Stars. This is a Panini product, kind of interesting, two autos per box. It's like a mixture of chrome and paper, from what I understand. I've never purchased this product. It's kind of like Bowman in a way, where it's got a mixture of things. A lot of rookies in here. Um, Interesting checklist, but real first disclaimer, if you hit using my videos, great. I won't ask you for anything, and I hope you make $1 zillion. If you don't hit, just don't come in the comments section blaming me for anything. This is just advice. Um, that's it, analysis. All right, let's get into the distribution of teams. $6,299 for 14 boxes of this product on Steel City. The reason why I show you that is because what we want to do before we get into the value of the cards by player and stuff like that, we want to distribute the cost of the case across all the teams. So in an ideal world, when we're breakers, we want to charge by the probability that you're going to get a hit. And the probability can just be driven by the frequency of cards per team. So that's what we want to do here. And that's this first table. So if you just want to pay for a team based on the probability that you'll hit, let's start with autos here. The team that has the most autos, 4,438, and now all the autos in this checklist were numbered. So this is not a guess, this is an accurate number. The Green Bay Packers, and if you want to pay for the Packers based on the fact that you'll probably end the break with the most autographs, that's just a probability. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it is probable. You want to pay about $388, and that would be the fair market value for probability, not for the Packers. Keep that in mind. It's just the market value for the probability of hitting the Packers. So you're just paying for autographs here. And again, that's distributing this case cost across all the cards equally, and that way the breakers can make their money back and a little profit, I think, with those Steel City prices. So this is 1 through 10 for autographs, for the value of autographs. Based on probability, there's page 3. I went through 3 pages. Just take screenshots of this stuff and use it when you make your purchases. That's really why I do this. And then we go across here. I'm not going to cover any of the inserts, parallels, and memorabilia. There are those types of cards. I'm just going to go right over to the total cards. So if you want to pay for the team that's going to offer you the biggest stack of cards to be mailed to your house by the breaker, well, then you want to go with the Raiders because they have the most cards in this product. I did calculate the base print run, so I'm fairly confident that that's what's going to happen here. This one was kind of easy because all the autographs are numbered, and there's 2 autos per box, so it's probably pretty easy to figure out what the print run is going to be. So if you want the most cards, here they are, 1 through 10, and here's what you should pay for the probability of hitting those cards. There's page 2 and page 3, and then the final page there. Hopefully I didn't go too fast here. There's page 3 again. That way you can screenshot it. And you got to move those hands to the buttons that screenshot if you're on your phone, or maybe you're on your computer. Then so what happens here? This is really the meat and potatoes of this product here. This video I'm showing you. I have developed an algorithm to simulate 200 case breaks. I do that, and then I also have assigned values to every single player and every single card based on print run, hit type. So an autograph out of 1 is priced differently than an autograph out of 25. I've done this. It's taken forever. I meticulously update these prices as often as possible. I run 200 case break simulations, and then I add up all that stuff and give you the ROI, the return on investment. With that, I've also developed a player tier system, and this kind of tells me how good a product is. I want to rate these products on an even scale so that we know what we're getting when we get our money's worth. So what I do here is I calculate based on the value of players, whether they're in a 1 through 5, and 1 being they're not going to sell, the 5 being they're highly profitable. These are your your Tom Brady's, and these not sells. These are like for your team collectors and stuff. It might take you months to find that person. And then I just add them up and figure out how this product is. And overall, this is all of the cards for every card type: autograph, memorabilia, parallel, base, everything. We're looking at a product that's really leaning towards the 1s, 2s, and 3s, really the 2s and 3s. So this product is a good product for you to buy if you're just like a player collector. But if you're chasing autos and you're chasing value, if you're one of the people who want profit, who want to make money on cards, this might not be the product for you. And that's, you know, that's kind of shown here in the auto category. So I calculate the score of the autos, and the average score of all the players in this is a 2.3. Typically, when we start getting into the threes, you see more fours and fives, but that's not the case here. The auto checklist is kind of weak, to be honest. In total product, so the things you can get with inserts and parallels and stuff, is a 3.0. And that's just because players like Patrick Mahomes don't have autos in here. CJ Stroud doesn't have auto in here. There's a lot of players that don't. We'll go over some of that. Um, so, you know, the players you're getting are a little lower on the ROI scale. But when we do want to see what that ROI is now. So first I'm going to show you, I do 200 case breaks, and now I add up all the ROI, then divide it by 200. So this first number here, that is the ROI over 200 case breaks. I rank each type of card here. And in this case, the Lions actually have the best number one strength for autos and for the full product. And the reason is because they have a lot of cards. The print runs are huge for some of their autographs, and there's a lot of players, so there's several. But in ROI, we have a lot of parallels and inserts with the Chiefs, so we do get more value out of the Chiefs, but we might not get value out of the Chiefs as often, and that's evident by these rankings. These rankings are kind of just a combination of both how many cards and how many players there are. And if the players are in a higher tier, those 1 through 5s, then it helps, you know, when they have a higher print run to get these numbers down to 1. So 1 is the best, and then the higher numbers are the worst. So it's just ranking, you know, 1 being the best. So we'll see now, after I go through a few of these, what I'm talking about. So that's page 1. That's page 2. ROI by team for all 200 case breaks. This, and my simulation is very, in my opinion, it's very good. It does illustrate kind of realistic case breaks, and that's what we wanted here. We wanted to be able to simulate things realistically. So now you're thinking, well, I don't want over 200 cases. I want to know based on the value of the players, how much ROI I'm going to get if I do hit, and how often will I hit? And that's why this is probably the most valuable table. This is the average ROI only when there are hits, only for cases where there are hits. And I'm also giving you the number of cases that it hits in. And so what I mean by that is, this is how we read this chart. Indianapolis Colts autographs, that's a hit type. You get autos, memorabilia, parallel inserts, and base. Autographs hit in 129 out of 200 cases. So what is that, like 5/8 of the time? And it's $111 in ROI. So when the Colts hit, they do well. You know, the ROI is pretty good. So, and it hits pretty frequently. It's over half the time. Now, if you go down one row, the Dolphins autographs, they only hit in 37 of the case. That's like just over 1/8 of the time, and that's very horrible. But when it does hit again, not bad. $100 for on average for 37 cases worth of Dolphins autographs. So very hard to hit Dolphins autographs. So keep that in mind. Use this table. This is a very important table. Use this table when you buy your breaker prices the Dolphins at, you know, middle tier. And you're like, well, the checklist is really good. And it probably is because the ROI is great. But look, you're not going to hit that often. It's gonna take you a while to hit. So that's how you read this table. I'm gonna go through a few pages. Just look at the team, the hit type, and then how often they hit with the ROI kind of in the back of your mind there, because the ROI is important, but how often it hits, you know, look at some of these teams, 60 times, 1/4 of the time for the Jets memorabilia. So if you're chasing those Jets memorabilia cards, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. 1 in every 4 cases. So here's page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5. We'll go through all 7 because now we're getting into like base and stuff. And some of these, you know, it's hard to tell, but you hit them in like every single case. So there we go. There's all of them. ROI, case frequency, all that stuff. So what about set types? I do this just so you know, if you hit something and you think it's a certain value, come back to this and just kind of look for that set here and the parallel type that I'm going to show you. And then you'll be able to figure out how rare that thing is. So I'm going to have to scroll down to get to the part where I change pages. But just look at this and know that the set type names here, the parallel types here, and then how often it hits is this one right here. So if you get like a base signature's platinum, which platinum might be the parallel. Uh, it just didn't cross over like that. If you get that and you're like, well, I think it's valued around what a base signature, some average price that you find on eBay. But then you realize that you're only getting it in 5 cases out of 200, 3% of the time. That's actually a hard thing to hit. So maybe you should price your card up a little because that's what basically what you're saying is I challenge the buyer to find this card cheaper because you won't, because it's probably the only one you'll ever see on eBay. But then you get ones that are more frequent, like 38, 27 cases. There might be more of these base signatures green, 40, 1/4 of the time here. So keep that in mind. I'll go through a couple pages and then just come back and look at this, later after you do your breaks and figure out, is my card rare? Is the card type rare? And is it hard to hit? So there you go. There's all 3 pages. Now the master checklist, let's just go, we'll fly through this. We'll just stop at the players real quick and then we'll fly through the rest of it because most people, I think, drop off from most of these videos. Just looking at my analytics, they drop off. So who has the most autographs in this set? Well, it's these guys. They're tied. These 5 guys here. Tyler Scott. I never heard of him. I'm a Bears fan. That's sad. And then these guys. So that's all in good. So now you know who has the most. But let's just kind of look at okay, we'll just look at total number of parallels. This is when you look at inserts, because inserts are a select number of players. You start getting to the players that are more popular. So I'll sort by that. And I'll just show you, look at this autograph category. So many guys. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, no autos in this product. There's some guys, Robinson has 889. That's a lot. So there's a decent amount of autographs here for players that you might like. Here we go. That's the column you want to look at. And then this is the autos. And so I'll just go through a couple of these pages here so you can see how many autos each of these players have. So this guy's got a lot. He's pretty high on the list. Let's just find like Aaron Rodgers, 0, of course. Josh Allen, 0. Justin Jefferson has 390, so that's good. Mahomes, 0. So we're looking at more of our popular guys don't have a lot of autos in this product. So maybe not even a lot of autos, just they don't have any autos. So I should have worded that differently. Anyway, there we go. Herbert Fields has a couple. That's good. So there's some good, some bad. That's 3 pages. Let's go through. We'll just go to this. Will be our last one here. Just looking at how many autos players have. Probably going too long on this one. Lamar Jackson MVP. Lamar Jackson, 0. So there you go. Total cards by team. This is just the master checklist. Let's just fly through this real quick. There's page 2, page 3, and page 4. Let's go through print runs. You chasing one of ones? Well, there's 800 one of ones in this product. And if you are chasing them, here's the teams you should look at. Here's the top 10 teams for one of ones, and that's how many they have per team. Simulation results. Here's one case. So, don't expect to get a one of one every case because there's only 800 and there's a couple thousand cases. So, we didn't get one in case number 200. I'll show you this just to show you that I do the simulation. So that's the 200th case in that simulation. And then just give you an idea as you look down. These are the lowest print run cards, kind of what you can expect out of this product. Some are good. I got that Trevor Lawrence autograph, but some aren't that great. So, keep your expectations realistic. Don't go in there thinking everything's going to be just the best hit of your life. Now, one of ones, I got 25 one of ones. This is just showing 20 of them. I got 25. So what does that mean? That means that 1/8 of the time, out of 200 cases, I got 25 one of ones. That means that I got them in, 1/8 of the cases. So out of every 8 cases, one of them will have a one of one. So if you're chasing those, good luck. ROI by team. This is just to show you. Look at these bars. Find the teams that you want to buy. Look at the bars, and this is the first 20 breaks in my simulation. And this will show you how the prices change. The Chargers are not good here, but they're good here. So look at the team you want to buy and then just see if they ever go to a certain level. And as I scroll through this, you'll figure out, okay, is it reasonable to pay a higher price? Are they never really that valuable? This is just based on ROI. I've priced all the cards. And if you find that the team that you want to buy just isn't that valuable over 20 breaks, well, guess what? Don't buy them for a high price. Find a break where the price is lower for that team. All right, so cards, this is the for 200 cases, these are the teams that I got the most cards from. So this is not the full checklist, this is just 200 breaks. And here they are, the top 20 teams for cards returned, starting with the Eagles, got the most cards. What about print runs? Well, I did get those 25 one of ones. 3 of them were for the Bears and 3 for the Browns. So that's pretty good. So maybe choose one of those two teams. You'll have a higher likelihood of getting a one of one. And then your simulation results by type, by card type. Here we go. We got the Cardinals with, oh no, I haven't sorted this yet. Hold on. We got the Packers, most autographs. So that makes sense. They have the most autographs in the set, and we got the most. And then the Lions, Vikings, Cardinals, Bears, and you can read the rest. So there you go for autographs, and then we'll just do that for, let's go with memorabilia, because there's some really nice stuff in here. The Lions produced the best memorabilia, then Texans, Raiders, Vikings. There you have it. Screenshot that, look at it later, use it in your purchasing. There it is, 23 rookies and stars. Thanks for watching. Good luck in your breaks. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff.